Hello, my name is Josh. I'm giving my team presentation for session 4. This kind of just touches on the interpretive simulation that we've been running for the past 4 weeks. Starting off, it was a little bit confusing, just kind of learning how to use the interface and the platform. I think the class normally has a little more people than we have right now. So the professor did mention that the teams are only going to be 2 people instead of they usually have 3. So we have a smaller class, but that hasn't really been a problem. It just kind of means that you and your partner have to kind of establish like a pretty good way to connect and to chat. So for some, that's emails, texting, even Skype calls, phone calls. My partner is her and I have mostly been using email, and we've also texted back and forth on iMessage. So that's how we've been communicating. Her name is Rakaya, and she goes by Kiki, which I'm grateful for because spelling out Rakaya every time is quite a task. Anyway, for the simulation, we were given our very own clothing store, and we decided to call it K&J Clothing. The K stands for Kiki, the J stands for Josh, so it's like Kiki and Josh's Clothing. And you're given the options to set it up in a few different places. The first place that we set it up is in a college town, and we made our inventory just very casual clothes. And kind of our thinking behind that is, right now I live in Lakewood, Colorado, which is actually where Colorado Christian, their main campus is. It's kind of a college town, you could say, and there's quite a few clothing shops here that offer just very casual clothing. A lot of them are chains, so like Walmart comes to mind, Target, they're, near a college, and they just offer very casual, still nice clothing, but it's very casual, and they do a fine job of, turning profits. So we started off as that, and very soon, after we turned in our first decision of the week in the simulation, we kind of got negative feedback, like we didn't sell enough to make like a substantial profit. One of our employees quit. People are complaining that they can't find, a selection of tops or pants that they like. And, we thought it was the first week, so maybe it was just a fluke, or maybe it starts off hard and gradually it'll get easier. But now that we're, 4 weeks in, it's pretty much been the exact same thing every week. So a very recurring pattern that we've seen is our employees have been loving to quit on us for whatever reason. Every time we go in to the simulation and it's time to make a new decision for the week, we see one of your employees quit or 2 of your employees quit. So that's just kind of something that we've had to deal with. We tried combating this by paying them more. At first when we started, we weren't paying them for training. And then, the idea popped into my head, well, if they're not getting paid for training, then that's not really a good incentive for them to want to stick around and, do their best in training to learn as much as they can. So by the time we do start paying them, they'll already be working hard. So what we did is, we started paying them, and I honestly thought that would fix it, but it didn't. It just, the entire time, this has kind of been the case. Our employees have just been loving to quit, and to be completely honest, I'm not sure if it's just kind of like what's the word? If it's just kind of like the way the system is built, so no matter what we do, like our employees will always quit. I was thinking maybe that's what it is, but who knows. And then just every week, like we've kind of been getting pretty negative feedback. Our shop has not been doing very well. We've tried everything. Another option, you're able to you're also given the option to pick different product lines For example, there's casual, there's ultra trendy, there's uniforms, there's ethnic. So there's all these different types of clothes and product lines that you can put out. And my partner Kiki and I have tried every single one. And no matter what line we put out, we always get feedback in the simulation saying that our customers don't like our clothes. So that's kind of another thing that's been a little frustrating as far as the whole simulation goes. I mean, I do enjoy the simulation, but if I'm being completely honest, it almost feels like it's a very hard system to crack. Sometimes even impossible. But we'll hang in there. I'm sure we'll figure it out. But yeah. Even just thinking about that, like I do appreciate that the simulation is so difficult, because starting and running your own business in real life is extremely difficult. I mean, it's not an overnight thing. It's not an easy task, and this is something that I've actually realized firsthand last year when I was 19, still in school, and I wanted to make money, but I didn't really want to work for someone else. I kind of wanted to set my own schedule, make my own rules, make my own money, not have it all, taxed away. So I started furniture flipping. Pretty much what that means is I would just, sometimes pull like a couch off, the side of the street when someone put it out on their lawn, they wanted to get rid of it. I would pick it up in my truck, take it to my storage unit, clean it off, take some good pictures of it, and then post it for sale on platforms such as Craigslist, Letgo, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp. And then I would sell it, so I'm getting all this inventory for free, and then I'm selling it, flipping it for a profit. But at first, it wasn't just an overnight business. It took time to realize what kind of where to find furniture, what kind of furniture people in my area are looking for. So even if I do a good job and put all this work into a couch that I repair, at the end of the day, if the pattern's ugly, or if people in my area, the Denver area, think it's ugly, it's not going to sell. So just kind of learning all the demographics, everything takes time. It's nothing worth having in life is going to come overnight. So yeah, I do appreciate that about the simulation. And then just as far as incorporating a biblical worldview into everything, one of the things that pops up a lot in the simulation is we'll have dishonest employees, or we'll have the chance to kind of act in a way that's not totally ethical. And it's pretty easy to incorporate a biblical worldview into entrepreneurship. And that, I think the biggest thing that goes into this is just honesty and integrity. At the end of the day, all you have is your word. It takes 5 years to build your It takes 5 years to build your reputation, and it takes less than 5 minutes to ruin it. And just keeping that in mind, thinking about the example that Christ set, he was perfect and blameless. And as a business owner, that's kind of something that we should strive to be. And yeah, I've enjoyed this class. I've learned a lot. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to all of this, and I hope you enjoy your weekend. Thank you.